Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to this session, another session for all of you where we are doing questions, not exactly questions, but grammar questions, vocabulary, comprehension, all just through one article. Okay, so this is your Editorial Express and I am your educator Niharika John Mehra. I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. Okay, so my classes here are like so. For those who don't know, at 1:30 p.m. we have classes. These classes are here on this channel on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for CSAT. You can check out those classes. The series is going on, that is for reading comprehension. Okay, and then we have 1:30 p.m. same time classes on our other channel on the other days, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Those are the classes for mains exam, and it's for SBI mains. So this is again something if you are into, it's gonna help you. Hello, very good evening. Happy to see my regular students over here. And today's article is a short article. It's shorter than usual length that we get to see, and it is from the Hindu. Okay, you can of course see some hint over there. So, for those who are watching this kind of a session for the first time, what we do is we have this editorial express session where there are certain segments. First segment, you guys do skimming. I'll talk about it in a while more, assuming that we have new students in every session. So, you will skim, then I will help you understand the passage. So, we will understand the passage, that's the comprehension part. Then we are going to do vocabulary from the passage. Then we are going to do some exercise for grammar so that whatever we have learned, a rule, how it is applied, and all, we get to see it in action and we get to refresh that rule in our mind. And at the end, exam point of view say जो बात important है from the article, the takeaway, that's what we are going to discuss. Okay, so once again a very good evening, and I think you are the same Niharika who attended my session at 1:30 p.m. So sorry, because of some internet issue or connectivity issue, I think class got ended abruptly, but the second part, the continuation, is already uploaded. Please do check it out. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Now let me quickly talk about skimming because, as I told, new students, they must know. Whenever we read skipping some words, okay, we skip and read. We can just look at the word and we know in our mind what it is, and we don't have to actually pronounce it in our mind. For example, battleground, I don't need to pronounce this word. Looking at the word, I know battleground is there. So, the time taken to process the text is less. Now, skimming is something that is a strategy, a talent developed over a period of time. So, whenever you read an article using skimming technique, you are able to read very questions and all very quickly in exam, very fast. Your reading speed develops. Okay, so please practice it. Practice this skimming in your own personal time also, and of course, when I'm gonna give you time to read, you follow that. Okay, so we'll start now. Okay, जल्दी से लाइक और शेयर कर दो वीडियो को, and we will begin now. So I will scroll the passage for you. As I told you, today we have a shorter version, shorter article there, so that I'm going to give you just 2 minutes, and I want you to comprehend, skim and read. Okay, in this time that is given to you, I'll scroll it for you as per I see कि यहाँ पे आपको करना चाहिए, टाइम देना चाहिए. See, so short. You can let me know that you are done by typing done in the chat here. But still, I'm going to give like 2 whole minutes to all of you. Okay. So, something that relates to social media is today's topic. Can you summarize this in one line? Can you tell me the theme of what the passage is all about here? Anyone? We can start reading and you can type meanwhile. The third edit. Hope and disappointment of the internet. Internet में क्या we can hope and some things which are not going what we thought of. We thought it will go this way, but it went the other way. Social media has become a battleground. The content agnostic algorithms optimized for engagement. Now it's a battleground because such algorithms are used which are dividing people. They seem to divide people as often as they connected them. Okay, so the more connection established, the more division could also be seen. So we are going to see maybe some criticism here in the passage. So let's see now what my author is saying. Easy availability of information and misinformation. Okay. Over 60% of world's population, around 5.5 billion, is on the internet. I will teach you how to skim. I will underline the words that my eyes are, catching glimpse of those words, and it's enough for me to comprehend sentence में क्या बोला है. So, over 60% of population, world's population, is on internet. Now, what is the number of that 60% does not mean a lot at this point of time. I just need to know a major part of the world is on internet. That's skimming. And despite disruptions galore, the sites they are visiting seem to be more or less predictable. So, where they are going to socialize or use the website for, that is becoming, the pattern is becoming very predictable. According to Data Reporter, the top 10 most visited websites so far include search engines, Google, Yahoo, social media, Meta's offering, X, Reddit, and unsurprisingly, ChatGPT. So again, if I'm going through all the names, it's not needed for me. If I have, let's say this was an RC, and the question is asked related to the top 10 websites, I would have gone through the names and all while choosing a right option for answer. But as of now, for me to understand the passage, it is enough to know that the top 10 are Google, Yahoo, ChatGPT, ठीक है, बाकी भी हैं, but this is enough for me to comprehend. Okay, so I hope you are getting the point here. India broadly follows the global pattern with WhatsApp high up on the list. In the seemingly dry list of websites, there is a deeper story about what people want from the internet and how it has not lived up to its promise. So, author doesn't look like he is much happy with the optimization of internet. He says that there is a deeper story about what people want from internet and maybe it's not up to what they have hoped for. Let's see how he is going about this story. Now he is saying that back in the golden age of www, before misinformation became a ubiquitous term, ubiquitous is something which is present everywhere, something which is very common. So he is now giving us a flashback. Back in the golden age, this word misinformation Before this word became all over the globe, and algorithms, the enemy of serendipity and even agency, the internet promised to break down barriers. So at that point of time, it looked like internet is a big breakthrough. Knowledge would have no gatekeepers, and distance ceased to be a hindrance to communication. People thought, oh wow, now we can communicate. There is no bar, no nothing stopping us from gaining knowledge. That was the scenario. Okay, this was in the past, right? Because we get to see the tense used accordingly. A person in the remotest village in South Asia could theoretically access lectures from the best physicists in Europe. This is an example. So, people, of course, located far away from each other, a student can take a class. And a teen-aged PG Woodhouse fan could share the joys of Reginald and Bertie with others who get it. So they can have people connect. They can connect. People can connect with other people having same interests. You need not worry about who these people are. Understand the meaning behind the sentence. In essence, the means to quench the thirst of knowledge and connection people were promised was just a click away. So, in a nutshell, connection and knowledge, these two were the main things that people were promised that internet would offer them. And going by the 2025 list, search engines, LLMs that answer questions, and social media, people still want the same thing. And things haven't changed. People still want the same things. But the list we see, we have search engines, LLMs, and social media and all on the most visited list of websites. But the halo around the internet has faded. Now, halo, I'll give it to you this way, okay? You might have seen sometimes, in movies and all, or even in something which is spiritual. We see there is a lot of light aura surrounding the main figure. Maybe it could be an idol, it could be a deity or anyone. So to talk about how grand it is, how supreme it is, there is that light, that glow surrounding that object or that person. That's the halo. Now halo around the internet has faded means that feeling that we used to get from internet. Wow, it is one of its own type. It's very supreme in power and all. That thing, that aura has faded. The lack of barriers to entry meant the falsity has become indistinguishable from truth. Okay? Anybody can write anything, anybody can say anything, anybody can provide any kind of information. So, lack of barriers to entry. That means to be present on the internet. It meant the falsity means false information is easily available there. Bad faith actors from the sincere. So, working in bad faith and good faith, they are the terms we use. When we work in good faith, we believe and trust someone and give the benefit of doubt to that person. Now, we are saying here the bad faith actors from the sincere, we cannot distinguish. Social media in particular has become a battleground. So, specifically, social media तो battleground है, लड़ाई का मैदान है. The content agnostic algorithms optimize for engagement. Now the algorithms are quite aggressive, okay, and seem to divide people as often as they connect them. So लोग झगड़ेंगे ज़्यादा. In short, if you understand Hindi, so they are gonna fight more, then they are gonna come together. So the purpose of connectivity is defeated here. And the AI revolution is rife with anxieties. It is full of anxieties about the future of work, art, and creativity. AI has introduced this kind of feeling in people, kind of a fear. Despite the fall, though there is still something to the internet, you can always find a Woodhouse fan if you look hard enough. This is a reference author is giving, which he has mentioned earlier in his own para. As I told you, you need not to be aware of all the famous personalities around the globe. Okay, so the initial purpose was people having same interest. A Woodhouse fan can meet with another fan, and they can connect. The same way, still if you go past this kind of a phase where anxieties are there and division is there, you can still, if you look hard, if you want, you can still connect in a meaningful manner rather than such a way where division is working. Okay, so that's what my author is saying. So I hope you got the essence of the passage here. I'll take you through the vocab, and after that I'm going to take you through the grammar part. Okay, so disruption galore. Galore is like a bank of something. Okay, so if there are many interruptions or disturbances, a lot of chaos, भरपूरी से disturbances are not one or two instances but a lot of them, तो उसे disruption galore बोला गया है in the passage. Serendipity is a very nice vocab you can use in your essays, précis, etc. This means happy accident, a fluke, something good happening by chance. Okay, blessing in disguise is also one of the sense of the word serendipity. Agency. Now, agency as a noun is something you may find often used with, like gas agency or a certain agency delivering a particular set of services. But no, we are not talking about it. Agency का एक और meaning होता है capacity to act independently and make free choices. So the autonomy is also called as agency, जिसे हम स्वतंत्रता बोलते हैं. You do what you want to do. Gatekeepers. गेटकीपर्स का पुराने समय पे काम क्या होता था? द्वारपाल जिसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं. They were supposed to control the access of people, right? Who can go in the court, in the palace, who cannot go. They would stop, they would check. So gatekeepers, metaphorically here, of course, we are talking about things on internet. So systems, codes, things controlling access to something, controllers, regulators को gatekeepers बोला जा सकता है. Okay, ubiquitous is present everywhere. It is one of the words asked a lot in exams. Ubiquitous, please learn this word. And also the article that we use with the word ubiquitous is a, not an. Okay, the pronunciation is with y in Hindi. Halo. So it's a metaphor for reputation or idealistic appeal. ऐसी appeal जो कि सबको मोह ले. चमक, aura, as I explained while I was explaining the article to you all. Bad faith actors, people who act with dishonest intention. So you don't want to believe them or give them benefit of doubt. So, just a second, guys. There will be a halo around my face. Some electricity issue at my place. Okay. I hope this doesn't interrupt our class. Video thoda sa odd lagega, but my video, but then the whole thing that is in front of you, slides and all will go well. So content agnostic, that means neutral, indiscriminate. Not judging or filtering based on nature of content. It is just like there is a flood of content without any checkpoint. Okay. Optimized for engagement. Optimized means designed to provoke the interaction. It is engagement. People will not be able to stop themselves from commenting or from sharing, liking, whatever it is. So it's optimized. It's highly focused on the engagement, viral oriented. Content कुछ भी हो, वो उसकी engagement बढ़नी चाहिए. Rife with anxieties को हटा दो, तो rife with is a very popular phrase. It means full of something. So if something is rife with anxieties, it is full of fears or concerns. You can be rife with hope. It could be used in a positive way also. So rife with means full of, and then you name the thing जिससे full of है. Okay, so भरा हुआ होना. Pall, P-A-L-L, okay, a gloomy or depressing atmosphere. Shadow, gloom, किसी तरीके की निराशा है, उदासी है, तो उसे fall बोलते हैं. Okay, means to quench करना, satisfy करना होता है. Usually thirst के context में use होता है. Now it may not be the physiological thirst we are talking about, but any kind of thing जहाँ पे satisfaction मिल रहा है, that is quenching is happening. Satisfy करना, तृप्त करना. Okay, so now it's my favorite round to ask some grammar questions and see how well you remember the rules and all. Okay, I want you to tell me subject for this verb is. That's your first question. Subject of the word is, verb is. Okay, so whenever you mention any percentage, in this case over 60% of whatever, doesn't matter. People here is not your subject, okay? Some of you can get confused in exam अगर ऐसा कुछ दिया है, अगर यहाँ पे bracket नहीं होता, which is होता, okay? Which is around 5.5 billion people. Some of you may feel ये is गलत है. No, no, no. So any kind of a number or a percentage, if that's your subject, it is a singular subject. क्योंकि हम उस आंकड़े की बात करते हैं. We talk about the figure, not the value which is in front of me. Okay, so 5.5 billion हो or whatever, 60 हो या 90 हो, it's the percent, it's a fraction here, and that's why it's always gonna follow a word which is singular in nature. Okay, so that's why आपका is आया है. Got it? See, why not world's population? Because this is used after of. Of के पहले I already have a noun. That first noun is going to be my subject. Okay? चलो. Tell me subject for this verb seen. Subject for this verb. It's the word sites. Please understand this structure here. The sites. Now there is a short sentence here which is not the main sentence, but it is only there present to talk about sites, to help us understand more about the noun sites. कैसी sites है? Sites, the sites, the ones they are visiting, these people, 60% of the world population. So the sites they are visiting, they जो है वो people के लिए use हुआ है, okay? But the sites plural seem to be more or less predictable. Okay, so this is how we check subject verb agreement in tricky questions. Okay, moving on. I want you to tell me why we are using comparative degree here. Okay, deep deeper, deepest. Okay, so we all know we have three comparisons that we get in adjectives: deep, positive degree, then deeper, which is comparative degree, and deepest, superlative degree. Why we are using deeper, which is a comparative degree, but in the sentence आपको then नहीं मिल रहा है. Okay, so whenever we use generally a comparative degree, we use then, right? He is taller than his friend. She is stronger than her brother. So we always have and, and then, and that's how we compare. But what about this case? क्या आप इसको एग्जाम में गलत मार्क करके आओगे? Imagine you got a question in exam, you have this part of the sentence, okay? Now go ahead. Error detection. Is it a typo error by the editor, which is a possibility? Let me tell you, editorials में गलतियां होती हैं, human error हो जाते हैं. बहुत नहीं होती, बहुत कम परसेंट से होती है. But you tell me now, will you give a go to this sentence or mark deeper word as an error? I understand. Comparison is the obvious thing here because comparative degree is in front of us. But why? Then तो है नहीं, फिर क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हैं? To answer this, first of all, remember sometimes we do get comparison which is indirect. Okay, एक छोटा सा example पहले देती हूँ आपको. Let's say somebody asked me, let's say I wasn't doing well. For example, I was sick and last week, and now somebody called me and asked, how are you? My answer will be, I am doing better. I will not say the whole thing, I am doing better than I was doing last week. It is understood. So sometimes the comparison is hidden, it is indirect, and we can comprehend. हम समझ सकते हैं उसको, even though then से जिसको compare कर रहे हैं वो नहीं दिया हो. It is totally okay. It is a style of mentioning things. So there is a deeper story about whatever. Why deeper? Because deeper than what we could have thought. क्यों ये 10 sites most visited sites हैं, right? So the reason behind why in India WhatsApp is high up on the list, and it's a dry list of websites, nothing exciting. Okay, mundane है ये काफी. So the reason is deeper than what you think, deeper than what we are able to see. ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट था एंड दैट्स वाई यहाँ पे एक कंपैरेटिव डिग्री का यूज हुआ है. ओके, चलो, नाउ यू आर गोना टेल मी समथिंग एल्स. Part of speech of this word. All the words ending in ence, okay? Maintenance, hindrance, okay? These are nouns, okay? तो ये ध्यान रखना है आपको. See here, a person in the remotest. Please remember, superlative degree of adjective always takes the before it. The best physicist. Two superlative degrees used. So this is how we use it. Okay. Whenever you write the word others, it is used in a plural sense. It is a plural pronoun, indefinite pronoun. Others कोई भी हो सकता है. Remember this as well. Okay. I told you yesterday, become, feel, right? Uh, Feel, see. There are certain verbs, okay? They take adjectives after them. So there you go. Don't think this word is an adverb or something else because become is the main verb. After that, you are going to use an adjective. Fine? One last question. You need to tell me part of speech of this word in the sentence. Verb third form, it acts like so many other things. So in this case, when we are saying the content agnostic algorithms optimized for engagement, so algorithms जो noun है. How is this noun? Verb third form as adjective is used over here to describe more about this noun algorithm. So यहाँ पे वो जो है verb third form as adjective, past participle as adjective use हुआ है. Okay. Okay, let's go to the summary part. So what all we got to learn from this, and if you're writing something which is a very common topic to be asked in essays and all that relates to social media, this is a good piece of content for you all. So current landscape, that we got to know some of the data, what are the top 10 websites and all. So we got to see that over 60% is on the internet of the global population, and top websites में meta platforms Google, Yahoo and ChatGPT हैं, which are the names you can easily keep in your mind. Okay. Patterns in India, it also we get to see India is no different. It mirrors the global trends, and in India, WhatsApp ranks high. Again, something easily you can recollect. Promise of the early internet. So we get to see a story, a history here that internet was once promised democratic access to knowledge, communication with no barrier, and global community building. So these were the aims of internet when it started. It gives us the promise of knowledge and galore of knowledge. It promised there will be barrier free communication, communities could be built across the world. Then present reality is very different, where search engines and AI tools indicate people still seek connection. They are not satiated. The purpose that we thought internet had that time is still there. It is not fulfilled after so many years. Internet is polluted with misinformation because there are no gatekeepers वाली जो line थी. Algorithms divisive हैं, they divide, and then loss of personal individual agency. There is a shift in social media. Platforms now prioritize engagement over truth. So this thing, अब media के ऊपर कुछ भी आता है, you can include this piece of information. When to use, okay. To use, there was no space, and I was wondering what's this word. When to use double inverted comma, that's quotation mark, and single. Let's crack UPSC. I will answer this thing. Let me complete till this point. AI and future anxiety. So this is something again a hot topic. So this can be used in anything that you write about AI. That how anxiety, cons of AI. It is inducing anxieties in people, especially with respect to their work. So the concerns of future work, creativity, and authenticity. Silver lining, that is hope even in the darkest moment. That is, despite its flaws, internet still offers community and connection, but we have to dig deeper. We need to know where to find it, where to look. Okay, so that was the silver lining. This say positively author ended the passage, though he criticized the current scenario with internet. Now a question pucha hai. I would like to answer that question and then take you through exam angle. So the question here is inverted comma. You can see inverted quotation marks, inverted comma and quotation marks ka difference. So whenever you want to quote something, you want to use someone's words, a statement, you want to quote, you want to cite their what exactly they said, you use quotation marks like this, okay? Like this to highlight. Apostrophe is used in a very different manner. Especially it is used to talk about possessive and in contraction. So first case, if I want to write uh, Bob's cat. Cat belongs to Bob, so Bob apostrophe S. Okay, if I want to write girls school, of course किसी single लड़की का नहीं है, लड़कियों के लिए है. So girls, first I will pluralize and then I will use apostrophe and then the noun to which I want to connect this with. It is used for contraction. So instead of saying it is or it has, I can say it apostrophe S. Okay. If I want to say she has, I can say she's. Okay. So that's the way we can use apostrophe. I hope I have helped you. Now, the essays and all, where you can include this information from the article today, internet evolution, a very a topic that is that has high possibility, that is common to be found in exams. So, internet evolution from idealism to realism. Realism में कुछ और हो रहा है, idealistically कुछ और होना चाहिए था. Digital freedom versus algorithmic control. Interesting. This is a level up on internet evolution. Social media algorithms and their impact. Algorithms nahi ho. Even if it is social media and the impact on society, you can include this piece of information. Okay, but it mostly related. It was related to algorithms. Information versus misinformation. New internet crisis. Interesting topic. If I would be the person who is setting your exam paper, I would like to include this topic. Role of AI, LLMs तो नहीं पूछेंगे इतना ज़्यादा, but role of AI in the present world, in digital knowledge access, in work industry, this that, AI से जुड़ा कुछ भी, you should prepare well, okay? So that's what you have to do. Now, possible exam questions, we will quickly go through them. So discuss how internet has changed from early promise to the algorithm driven space. So you can also get a question or something where you have to answer how internet has changed over a period of time. So we all must know that the purpose of internet was, as it was mentioned in the passage, okay, free flow of knowledge, community building, connection building, and later on it became all about just being there and maybe doing a lot of useless things than the useful ones. What are the social and psychological impacts of engagement optimized algorithms? It brings division. That's what we got to see. Engagement optimized algorithms they don't have a lot of scrutiny. Okay, the content is not scrutinized and we may end up in believing something which is totally false. So it could divide, it could create chaos. Evaluate the role of platforms like Chat GPT in today's knowledge ecosystem. Now, anything related to this thing, you can write positives and negatives both about it. One day, maybe we'll do an essay on it. You can always find a Woodhouse fan if you look hard enough. Now, this is a statement taken from the passage. अक्सर RC से passage में से एक line लेते हैं and you are asked to discuss give your opinion, reveal about the enduring promise. So in the context of the passage, you will have to explain such things and answer कुछ इस तरीके से हो सकता है that what does this reveal about the enduring promise? So this reveals that internet is not totally a gone case, right? We still have some hope. It may be harder for us to achieve what we want, the real connection, the real knowledge, but it is still possible. Just the place and the route through which we are going through have to be different. ऐसा करके कुछ आपको बहुत अच्छे से आंसर बन सकता है. So practice these questions, okay? Even if you're able to write one answer out of all these questions, it is going to be a great practice for all of you. And we are done here. Thank you so much, guys, for attending the session. 8 p.m. Editorial Express, a lot of discussion, so many segments, all in one session for you all. We are taking Monday to Saturday, 8 p.m. on this channel. So make sure that you like, you share, and subscribe. I don't know what algorithm is going to be used here by YouTube, but I hope that you people will do your part so we can reach out to maximum people, maximum aspirants out there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.